Namaskar. Hello and welcome to PGurus channel. I'm your host Sree Iyer. Joining me today after a brief hiatus is Sree Bala Gowthaman ji, and we're going to be talking about what has been happening with Isha Foundation, the Chennai Madras High Court findings, and then a raid of 150 policemen into this ashram, and then afterwards today news from the apex court staying this whole operation. But look at what is happening behind that. To help us understand what is happening behind, let us welcome Sree Bala Gowthaman ji. But before that, please like this video. Bala Gowthaman ji, namaskar and welcome to PGurus channel. How are you, sir?
Namaste. Namaste, as usual, as great as always.
Wonderful, sir. Wonderful, sir. Gowthaman ji, this Isha Foundation, Jaggi Vasudev, they also call him Sadhguru, and he's been making a big difference, especially Save the Soil movement, which he has been spearheading, has resonated with many people because we all understand that with modern day fertilizers, we are ruining the topsoil and we need to do something about it. We have ruined the waters of the world. Soil also is being ruined. So he is doing something. This is not even Hinduism. But what he has done, he has stood up for Sanatana Dharma. Looks like this has not gone well with the incumbent self-appointed prince of the DMK party. What is going on, sir?
It is not only DMK, this is happening even during the past ADMK regime also. They have started about it. But the government was not that active as it is what it is doing today. Some aspects that we need to understand. As you are also from Coimbatore, so you may be knowing the topography of Coimbatore better.
Yes, yes.
This is not the first allegation that it is being made against him. Previously, the allegation says that this particular Isha center comes under the elephant corridor. So he challenged it. Where is the elephant corridor? You just show me. I will just vacate it within the next second. Till today, they are not able to prove that it falls under the elephant corridor. Number one, that is something that we need to understand. And again, they say that he has encroached upon a big forest land, and we can see. If anyone has got some idea about basic geography and topography, the place where his ashram is, it is not a dense forest. And you can go and see. Just show me a dense forest area which is near that. And again, they try to figure out this new theory that he has encroached upon elephant corridor. He has encroached upon forest and other things. These things, they are not able to prove anything. And then finally, they resorted to the tried and tested thing. Tried and tested thing is to get a complaint from a person from within the ashram. For that, you manufacture people or you send people inside and put them as small. This is a usual practice because this is what Christianity is doing throughout the world. And now here they are not able to do that even. So in 2016, there was a case was filed. The person who has now filed the case against the present case who filed, he filed the case in 2016 saying that her two girls, I have gone to Isha because he have brainwashed them and all those things, and he filed a habeas corpus before the court in 2016. The same two girls, they came to the court and said, no, we are not taken by anyone else. We went there out of our own willingness. This happened in 2016. Then and there itself, the court dismissed the case. So it is already a shut case. This is something that we need to understand. And then again, what is happening now? Now, the new case. This is before Honorable Judge Sivanyanam. This case has come up. Again, a habeas corpus was filed. And the two girls, they came to the court again. It is not that they have not come to the court. They have come to the court. In the court, the judge is asking some questions. The question is, now see, daughter of Sadhguru is getting married off to someone else. And then what right he has got to do about somebody else? The girls replied in the court, it is the choice of her daughter, of his daughter. This is my choice. So since being a daughter of Sadhguru, she has to undertake sannyasa. There is nothing like that. And again, it is a love marriage. And he even agreed to that. That means he has given that freedom to everyone. So how can you question me? Because his daughter is married to someone else. So it doesn't mean that he has to force his daughter to do this. For this, there is no answer from the judge. I feel this might have offended the judge to make this statement that you are not going to do about this, and what right you have to go and ask somebody else's daughters to come as sannyasi. And now they have come up with the thing that say, not even in one of his discourse, he never made a statement that you girls, you come as a sannyasi. Sadhguru has not made that statement even once. That is point number one that we need to note. And number two, I think that you want to say something, then I will continue.
Yeah, I just wanted to say that the judge needs to go, my opinion, by the facts of the case, not the emotions of the case.
Yeah, I will come
not
back
to
to it.
quote personal examples, and that cannot be the way you can render justice. This is all I'm saying. Over to you.
Yeah, I mean, that is what I am coming to. The next point is, generally, and this is what I understood. I mean, in a democracy or in judiciary, a judge is a person who is supposed to look at the evidence which are presented before him, and he has to analyze the case and come to a conclusion based on that. But generally in India, many of the cases are decided by the narratives which are said by the medias outside, or people based on the biases of ideologies the judges do have. And this is a classic example for this. This is how I feel. Because the thing is, now, you know, in 2016, the same father, he filed an habeas corpus. The girls, they came to the court. And now again, the girls are coming to the court. Then where is the question of illegal confinement comes? That is point number one. And the second interesting thing that we need to note, this person has filed a complaint. Before this, a month before or a couple of months before, the person who filed this case against the doctors, who he says that Sadhguru has taken from his family, these parents, they celebrated their wedding day with the same children. A couple of months back, I think, 1 or 2 or 3 months back. This happened 2 to 3 months back. Then where is the question of illegal confinement, number one? And now he has got access to the girls there in the ashram, because he is going, that is why he is able to celebrate that wedding anniversary. Then my question is whether the judge is not going to apply his mind on these things. Then the judge, whether the judge has got, whether he has to ask the person, in 2016 you filed a habeas corpus. Based on the habeas corpus, these two children, they came to the court. And now again you have filed a habeas corpus and they have come here. Then where is the question of illegal confinement comes from? And now you have an access to them because you are celebrating events there with your daughters. And then he says, the judge goes on and say, because since they have said this about his daughter, then they are brainwashing. We have to, and he asked the Tondamutur local station inspector to go and check whether brainwashing is happening there or not. And my question is, these two children, the girls, are grown up. They are above 18. And how can you say that they are brainwashed? Already they have they produced themselves before the court. Even in 2016, they get in front of the court. So you mean to say the knowledge of the judges, the collective knowledge of the judges, this is what I can say, because 2016 they have appeared, and in 2024 also they have appeared. So the collective knowledge of the judges is, I think, less than the sub-inspector's knowledge. I mean, this is what I have to understand. So the judge thinks that the local sub-inspector has got better ability to understand about the level of brainwashing. I mean, that itself speaks about this particular judgment, whether the judge has applied the mind on the case or he is going by some other fanciful ideas or no. I have no idea about it. And another one thing that we need to understand in this case, my simple question to this honorable judges, there are many nunneries which are running in this country. Will this judge raise a voice against it and say that go to a nunnery and check whether the girls going to the nunnery, whether they are brainwashed or not? Will he dare ask this simple question to any nunnery? It is my open challenge. And there is a honorable Supreme Court in our country. When a judge made a remark about a suburbs of Bangalore, saying that this place is somewhat like Pakistan, immediately our Supreme Court becomes so active and asked the judge to tender an apology for that. And now my question to the Honorable Supreme Court. Now, that means some people are going as brahmacharinis. And now you have raised a voice as saying that, so you have become a brahmacharini, a police has to go and check whether some brainwashing has happened or not. That means you mean to say in ashrams, people are coming as brahmacharis or brahmacharinis or becoming sannyasis. You mean to say that the ashram or some organization is brainwashing? Now, is it not an assault against our religious things? Now, I am asking a counter question. Now, you ask the police to go and do it. Now, the police are going to check why you have gone as a sannyasi. Because his daughter is not a sannyasi. She got married after someone else. So, you are also counter brainwashing the girl to come out of brahmacharini system or come out of sannyasini system. So now I am making an allegation against the honorable judge. That how dare you can say, come and say, okay, that since his daughter got married, that you have to get married. Is it not another type of brainwashing? Now, whether the girls doesn't have the capacity to decide their own choice? So where is the natural justice now? So these are something, and again, he ordered the local police to go and check up. 150 policemen went to that particular ashram. Is it not coercion? You asked a particular policeman to go and check whether there is some illegal confinement or some sort of brainwashing is happening amongst the people who are staying over there. This is what the court judge said. Then why are you posting 150 policemen? So why the government is posting such a big police presence there? And the purpose of this particular raid is to confirm whether some sort of this activity is happening on. That is, some sort of mental coercion is taking place or not. So that is, in short, the order is. Now, bringing in 150 policemen to a particular place, will not that create a mental coercion? Will the justice now ask the police department, why are you doing this mental coercion? Will the judge ask? So, now you go to the case 2016, the same petitioners, the same doctors presented themselves in the court and said nothing, no problem. Again, the case is getting repeated. Again, for an entire bunch of policemen went there for this particular purpose. So, and the judge is passing some unwanted comments and insulting comments too. And now, the same petitioner, same issue again, government exerting pressure, judge delivering this type of statement in the open court. How to conclude this? Now, whether the judge has applied his mind on the case or he has applied his mind on some narrative which is set from outside. And now my question is, when the Supreme Court can ask a judge to apologize for a Pakistani remark for a Bangalore High Court judge, Why the same thing can't be extended to this judge who is sitting over here in Chennai?
So, if I understand you correctly, Gowthaman ji, the Supreme Court has stayed this, and then the police has been pulled out from there. Right now, it's a stay, but the stay could be vacated again. Yeah. So, but they have not like squashed it, isn't it? They haven't quashed it.
They are not good.
And they have not commented upon the poor judgment that has come out of the Madras High Court.
Yeah, that is
not saying anything
that is
about
what precisely I mean.
Yeah, we are questioning
that is
the
what
judgment.
precisely I mean.
Yeah.
No litigant went against the Bangalore High Court judgment to the Supreme Court, but the Supreme Court took it suo motu. Here, from the Sadhguru side, they have approached the Supreme Court. So even in the case mentioned, our masters in Supreme Court have not even asked this judge to apologize. And this is what I am asking. Why? You are taking suo motu for that. But here, even in the same case, you are not mentioning about it. So why this double standards? This is my question.
Our Supreme Court has strange standards. They are yet to open a case from 2008 where the Odisha High Court had said that the MSMEs have been hurt badly by the way some of their own banks have dealt with them, because there was something like they sold a derivative without explaining the downside. Many MSMEs went under. 2008. This case had come to Supreme Court and it is yet to be looked at. 2013. A sealed envelope consisting of 13 names of who were involved in match fixing in cricket. The Supreme Court is yet to open it, 11 years hence. But they will go no more to action of something that happened 2 days ago. Come on, you have to have some consistency of...
Sir. Don't stop it there itself. For instigating riots, warrants were issued against the Imam of Delhi. The last 10 years he is not being arrested. Warrant issued by the court. Why the court has not opened its mouth on that till today? Warrants issued by the court. They say that if you go for arrest, there will be communal riots. So my question is, when Supreme Court is so, they are so worried about justice, why the Supreme Court is not concerned about the warrants which are not being implemented till today by the police, fearing communal violence? So whether the Supreme Court is now saying that some other special features are there which are above Constitution. I think this is what Supreme Court thinks. I think that there is some extra constitution which I and you don't know. That may be a Muslim or something else.
Question comes back to who is behind Sadhguru? Or should we say who is not behind Sadhguru?
Sir, something with this, because since you are from the same area, I can tell you. The hills around Coimbatore.
Yes.
I think they are fastly, missionaries are setting up many institutions in and around that area. We all know that. We all know what Karunya has done in that area.
Yes. I was going to come to that. You land in Coimbatore airport, your eyes are blasted with Karunya stuff. Go ahead.
Okay. Right. And when they are talking about this Sadhguru thing, they say that, okay, elephant to path or so and so. How many small, I know at least for one river lute which is passing through Karunya's compound. And it is a feeder canal to Noyal. Noyal is again a tributary to Kaveri. Why no one has touched that? Okay. Apart from Karunya, check how many other organizations have set up their shops in and around Coimbatore. Now, see, after Sadhguru has come, put up his facility over there, conversion has really reduced. There in Anakati, Dayananda Swamiji has come up with this ashram. Then on the other side, Amritanandamayi ashram has come up near the Etimadai area. So the thing is, their idea about capturing the hill and taking over that particular area is being halted by people. Added to that, whether the Asha Vidya Ashram or Amritanandamayi Ashram, they have not touched the common man as Sadhguru Ashram has done. They have gone more to the people, and they have taken up more public causes also. I mean, as far as our ashram, our 𝗤𝙗𝙗 Swamiji's ashram is concerned, they are limiting themselves to education and other things. And again, some other activities are very limited as far as Amritananda ashram is concerned. Whereas we go to Sadhguru's Isha, many public projects, as you say, Save the Soil, Save River program, and in many places they have come up, I mean, they have come up with some poverty alleviation programs also they have come up with. So whatever the things the Christian missionaries are doing in the field, they are doing it, number one. And again, that Adi Yogi has become a big attraction. And this is something they can't digest. Previously, when the Congress government was there, the symbol for India was Taj Mahal. We all know that. Now, the symbol for Coimbatore has become Adi Yogi, that is Shiva. So this is the problem, because, you know, your identity is pushed from one to the other. So Coimbatore now has got an identity, that is Lord Shiva. And there were many threats for that particular ashram. And there were some, I heard from very reliable sources, some organizations, some fundamentalist organizations, they even planned to blow up that Adi Yogi. And some Christians, they went before this Adi Yogi and they did Christian prayers also. These things also happened there. So it is targeted by both of these people for a long time. Again, to add up to this, these environment groups, that is the so-called LWEs. And now all these three groups, they are running a government in the name of DMK. That is something that we need to understand. So all are working together. And again, now a judge, and he made these comments. And it is totally beyond his preview. It has got nothing to do with the fact of the case. These are unnecessary observations. And one thing that I can understand, because he may be helpless too, because in one of our High Court, Mr. Wilson is a Rajya Sabha MP of DMK, and he represents government of Tamil Nadu in many cases. And he asked a judge to recuse from a case, because the judge has already heard another batch of petition regarding the same case. So, which judge has to write which judgment is to be decided by the lawyer. That is what Tamil Nadu is all about. And he said that you are not supposed to hear this case. This is what Wilson said in the open court, where Justice Subramaniam and Justice Victoria Gauri were handling the matches. And then he said that I am admitting hundreds and thousands of matters every day and disposing of by hearing. And if you say that I want to recuse from the case, that means that you are questioning my integrity. How can you do that? He said that, yes, I have passed some interim orders. Yes, I have the right to do it. So if some order, if our DMK advocate doesn't like that order, then that judge should not adjudicate the case. And this is the type of argument he put before the judge. The judge asked the Chief Justice to take action against this lawyer. I don't know what action the Chief Justice is going to take. This is the coercion which is being brought to the judiciary. This happened 2 days back in our High Court. And we never know whether the court is put under pressure by these DMK hooligans. And again, I mean, no action is taken against these DMK fellows who said that, you know, many scheduled caste people have become judges because it is at the mercy of our Dravidian organizations. So that means that for your political consideration that you are making judges. And this is a statement from, if you look from the other side also. So these are open statements how judiciary is being ambushed by DMK. So these type of observations which are beyond the preview of the judges coming up, then we need to understand, we have to see from some other side also. Is there that the Chief Justice have to order whether there is any pressure on the judge? He has to, because you have to protect your own judicial offices, because you have to do it. I mean, this is, I think the onus is on the Chief Justice of Madras High Court to do it, because I suspect it strongly, because this happened in another High Court on the 1st of October, and this is happening, this unnecessary thing is happening here. I mean, the statement he is making, and 150 police persons were put inside the ashram for nothing, and the government is showing extra interest on these cases. So I have that suspicion also.
Viewers, just to add one more thing, I think this is correct. Gowthaman, this Noyal River also runs alongside the Perur Pattishwarar temple built in 1st century AD by Karikala Cholan. So Noyal River is a very sacred river. Viewers, again, please understand this. Wherever there is a Shiva temple, the chances are that it is by a riverside. Temples are getting unearthed even today, and you will see that this has been a custom. And same thing for Vinayaka. Suddenly, if he appears, it will be also, it's on a river bank. These are all things done with very scientific reasoning. I just thought I should mention this. Noyal is a very important river.
It is not only Shiva temple. Our ancient practice is to have a temple wherever a river is going to take a turn. Wherever there is going to be a turn, on the northeast corner there will be from the northeast corner the temple will be on the southwest. It is a basic thing which was followed in this country from time immemorial, and this is mentioned in many of the shastras. And one of the clinching evidence for Ayodhya's Ram temple is such a thing, because that river takes a turn on the northeast side from where the Sanctum Sanctorum is now today. And this was presented even before the Honorable Court when that case was adjudicated. So this is a very ancient practice, and it has got backing from Agamas too.
Thank you, sir. I just wanted to add one more thing to what you said. I've heard this, and I don't have any evidence for this, but I've heard this thing, that in Tamil Nadu, one community has a vice-like grip on the administration, meaning the number of district collectors, abnormally high number of a particular, what should I say, religion slash community, because it is religion for one purpose, it is community for another purpose. I know viewers, you know what I'm hinting at. Is this true, Gowthaman? Is there any basis to this?
Yeah, there is whatever you said is 100% right. I can tell you one thing. What happened is, now you have an issue in 𝗣𝗚𝙗𝘗 in Pudukkottai district.
Yes.
Where in a predominant scheduled caste community area, somebody excreted in the water tank. That case has not seen the light till today, after 2 years, close to. A district collector was there. I mean, on record, people say that she is a Hindu. And she, some temple entry or some other thing that she organized to show that she is so liberal. And she says that, okay, she is beyond all caste and other barriers. But for 2 years, no solution to that issue, where some people from some other caste, they have excreted in the SC common water tank. But she claims herself as a messiah for the downtrodden people. When our Chief Minister Stalin visited that particular district, she presented Bible to our Chief Minister. That is the day I realized that Bible is one of the Sangha literature in Tamil. Okay. Now, under which category
Jesus Christ is Krishna, right?
Whether I have to put her under one category, whether she is a Christian. Otherwise, I have to put Bible in the category of Tamil literatures. Which category? Somebody has to answer me, which I have no idea about it. And there is one guy, we all know that Mr. Umar Shankar. He entered his services as a scheduled caste person. He entered the services under that quota. And he was doing Christian preaching throughout his career. Now, whether the government has dismissed him from service or not, till today he is not being dismissed from service. Now, he is a Christian or a Hindu. The government has to tell. whether he is dominating them or not. Again, I'll give you some other data. In the last 20-25 years, Maduravayil is a place which is near Coimbatore. In and around that area, there are many police stations. You just check the number of police persons belonging to the Christian community who worked there in those stations. Whether on the population of that particular place, whether this number is higher or lower, just calculate. And then in the last 20-30 years, how many churches and prayer houses have come in those areas? Tally it. I am open for this challenge. I have the record on most what all are there in the ground. I have record. It's an open challenge. Whether if our statement is wrong, whether the government can come and prove that my statement is wrong, they let them prove that in the last 20-30 years, how many churches or how many things have come up. If those churches, I have photographs and I have even geoplotted it. If those things are not there in my geoplot, the government says that there is nothing. If that is there in my record, and if I am able to prove it, what the government will pay me? This is an open challenge. Because the government will come around and say, in the government record, there is no church or mosque. There is no prayer house. I know it will not be there in the government record. Then if I raise a complaint in the police station saying that there is a prayer happening there, will you come and seal the house? Will you do it? That you won't do. So the thing is, we all know how you create records. And I also know how to prove it in the other way. Because I use technology better than you guys. So what you say is 100% right. And I can tell you one example. There is an area in Chennai by the name Mambala. You don't have a Christian population there. There is an area by the name Tambaya Road in that particular area. And it is even a Brahmin dominated area. They have given permission for a Christian meeting there. For that particular Christians were brought from some area which is outside. Local Hindus protested against it. Cases were registered against the local Hindus and they are still walking from court to house. The case is still pending. How can you get permission for a Christian program in a Hindu only locality? After the issue came up, the meeting spot itself was cancelled. From that day onwards, no meeting is permitted in that Tambaya Reddy Road corner. And the Hindus are now walking to the court and police station. At that particular point of time, the police official in that area is a Christian. And this is something that we need to understand how it works. I will tell you what is the case number. I am there physically present in that particular place on that day. Let them prove.
Gowthamanji, I saw a personal experience one time. I was flying in fact, I came straight to your office from the airport. I was flying in from Coimbatore. They are busing in about 50 Christians from Coimbatore to attend a convention in Chennai. These are people who are very, very low middle class. They were all traveling in the plane for the first time. You know the nervousness, right? People are like sweating and I was like telling them it's okay. Only you have to worry about the time when it lands because sometimes it can be a bumpy landing. Otherwise, everything is fine. Then they got a little bit, pacified. But the interesting thing is, as the plane is circling, getting down to land they knew every big church in Chennai.
They will name it.
The 𝗣𝗚𝘅 temple coil is even bigger than that. They don't remember that. They don't know that. I was like blown away. This kind of teaching has gone on. I mean, where is this country headed?
The reason is that because now see, they have started a movement by the name 𝗣𝗑𝑏 movement. They have planned to plant 1 lakh 𝗣𝗑𝑏 in and around Chennai. That is mean Chennai, Tiruvallur, Kanjivaram and Chengalpattu district. You go to any street corner now, they are building up these 𝗣𝗑𝑏s. All are illegal structures, everyone knows. Tell me, in one places, one 𝗣𝗑𝗍 is removed by the corporation till today.
True, true.
Then, I mean, how can you say that there is no relationship between them? 𝗣𝗑𝗍 is just, it will be like a pillar where you can have a statue of Mary with Jesus carried as a child in her hands. And it will be just like a small, it's a pillar-like thing. They call it 𝗣𝗑𝗍. In our places, they call it as 𝗑𝙗𝑠𝗍𝑔. And this is, they have. And the first 𝗣𝗑𝗍 will come in 100% Hindu locality. Based on that, they will try to convert local people. And this is what they are doing. And how this is happening in this place? In most of the places, Christian officials in the revenue department, in the police department, they have an understanding and they are supporting this cause. And this is what is happening. And I can tell you, near our office, there is one. And in that particular place, what they have constructed one, and it comes in the compound wall of a particular apartment, and it lies in the platform of the road. The wall is shared by the apartment. All the apartment people, they approached the court and filed a case against it. The local police, they never demolished it. In fact, now they have built it as a bigger structure now. How it is happening? Government road, my own wall of my own apartment. I have no other option that I have to accept it because police are hand in glove with me. Can I do it near a church or in a Christian house? If I share my wall with the Christian house, can I be able to put up even a photo of Ganesha there? What will the police do then? So this is something, it's a missionary. The government is run by missionaries. And this is something the Hindu officials who are working in this government, they have to understand. A Christian breaks law for the purpose of his religion. A Hindu breaks law for the purpose of his survival. That is the difference.
Very true, very true. Truer words couldn't have been spoken. Also, viewers, I want to tell you one more thing, because this is now straddling countries. It is not just limited to India. Many of you say, hey, listen, you are sitting in US, why are you making all these comments? Because it is washing up on my shores also. I'll tell you one story. You probably know this, Gowthaman ji. My good friend Prakash Rao. He is the founder and president of GHHF, Global Hindu Heritage Foundation. And he has done a lot of Gharwapsi work in Andhra Pradesh. He has also opposed illegal construction of churches, especially in the temple cities of Tirupati and Tirumala. What had happened was he conclusively proved that 2 churches were built illegally, and the local connector was convinced of it, and those 2 were demolished. You know where the protest happened, Gowthamanji? In his office in Texas. They're protesting that this not-for-profit organization is channeling money to destroy churches in India. Yesterday, you saw the USCIRF report also.
Yes,
They'll be quoting extensively on this. They will completely forget the fact that this was built on illegal land and that there was no permission to build it. It was also abutting a temple. All those things completely forgotten. Gowthamanji, another interesting thing.
Sir, you are talking about a report from an outside agency. But you forget one thing which I spoke about it in your channel some time back. Government of Tamil Nadu has issued an order.
Oh yeah.
The thing is, if the collector is not going to give sanction, you can go ahead with your construction. So when a government is giving an illegal order, then why can't those people in Texas and in New York or Pennsylvania issue orders like this? They can do, because your own government is issuing such orders. Then what is wrong in them to do it? And our Supreme Court is now busy now. They don't know how to take suo motu now.
Sir, let's take a few questions because this is not an ending topic. This is just the beginning of this fight. It will continue, and one side wants to take it to a legal end. The other side doesn't. They don't play by the rules. They will use the rules when it suits them. So this is a problem that Hindus have to understand. Rules are only when they suit you, not when they don't suit you. Then it is
No,
like,
no,
oh no 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 no,
they
we don't
don't
follow
have the
this.
rule. This is something that you need to change this statement, Shriji. Rules is what they set. This is the correct statement. Don't say that they use it appropriately. That's not the right statement. Otherwise, this order of Tamil Nadu government should not have been there. So
Well,
this
Waqf is another example of that.
yeah.
Let's go for some questions now, please. Magnet wants to know: aren't they trying to give a message by targeting well-known and respected person? If it will happen to Sadhguru, how much worse would it be for lesser mortals? Which Sadhguru fights back? He is fighting back, of course.
Yeah, he is fighting back, and we are all there to fight for him. And this is every Hindu has to now come to the street. The thing is, Noxy, whether I like his type of teaching or not, whether I like his type of functioning or not, it is immaterial. Now it is something, this is an attack on Hinduism. So we have to bury those differences, and every Hindu has to come to the street and fight for it. What is happening today for Sadhguru is going to happen for somebody else tomorrow. And this is what we need to understand. And this is a fight against dharma, and every dharmi, you need to come to the street for this.
Next question, please. Venki Komandur wants to know: is Karunya Foundation acting through the state?
Well, they are the ones who are even activating the state. So there is no need for them to acting through the state. And they are the ones who really wield the power. So they go. So why they have to act? It is not only Karunya. Karunya is just a small fry in a bigger pan. So that what we can see, the omnipotent force of missionary, that this Karunya is a link in that. So Karunya, there is no need for Karunya alone to act through it. Karunya is, it is one of various actors who are conspiring against Hindu organizations. That's it.
Next one, please. Jyoti Ketavarapu wants to know: can they dare get into any institution and check about brainwashing? Shame.
Yeah, this is something which I am also suspicious about, because look, when DK and DMK, when they entered into social field, Parambarayatchi, that is family succession should end. And this is what Dravidar Kazhagam or Justice Party started off saying. DMK followed it in their political discourses. They say, why son has to become the next king? Why his parent has to come next? This is slavery. This is a slavish mindset. And this is so and so and so and so. And these are the things which are propounded by DMK, DK and other party organizations during their initial period. And now what happened is, Karunanidhi becomes the chief minister and he becomes the supremo of DMK. Then Stalin becomes the chief minister and he becomes supremo. And now Udayanidhi has come into that particular position. My question here is, the fundamental principles of this Dravida organization is against hereditary. Because this is something which is responsible for Varnashrama Dharma. And this is what they said. And now, the senior leaders who all spoke about it, they all accepted Stalin and they withdrew all their old statements. And now they have all accepted Udayanidhi and they have withdrew their following statements. Tomorrow they are going to accept Inbanidhi and they are going to do this. So, an organization which started with such a lofty principle, and now all the leaders have now gone into this Varnashrama mode. So what type of brainwashing has taken place inside DMK? I want our honorable judge to initiate an inquiry and send 150 police person. They may not be available in Chennai police stations because they are all guarding in Banidhi, Udayanidhi and whatever nidhis and their nidhis, and they are guarding them. So they are very busy. So we have armed reserved police and other police. They can ask help from them and check whether brainwashing is happening in DMK, because DMK has moved from its original principles because of the brainwashing. I mean, done by whom? I have no idea. That we have to check. I request the honorable judge to send a policeman to do this.
Next question, please. Balaji C wants to know why government is having stranglehold on Hindu temples alone. Swami Dayananda Saraswati case to release Hindu temples from clutches of government is still in court. These files are sleeping in a corner.
So, very good intent. Swamiji took up this great initiative. Unfortunately, we failed Swamiji. This is what I mean to say. There are hundreds and thousands of judgments which have come out from many courts, from Supreme Court to High Court, from to local courts. Many of these judgments are not being implemented. And there is no Hindu to ask the court or the government why these things are not being implemented. Yes, Swamiji has done this thing. We have not supported the cause of Swamiji by making it as a mass movement in the community. Governments and courts, they respect mobocracy more than democracy. And this is something as a common man that we need to understand. So it is there in the court because it has not become an issue in the streets. If it becomes an issue in the street, court will immediately take it up. If it becomes an issue in the streets, the political parties which are advocating that Hindu temple needs to be with the government will be the first one to turn around and say that let us free Hindu temples. Finally, Swamiji has taken the initiative, but we have not followed the Krishna Paramatma. We have not proved ourselves as Arjuna. That is a problem.
True. Thank you, Subbayaji. Sir, in AP and Telangana, with the entry of Siva Shakthi and other channels and with their purva paksha, people are resisting it. It should be done in Tamil Nadu also.
In our own might, we are doing Sree TV in Tamil Nadu. Likewise, there are some chaste people that we are doing. So, like Andhra, if people are coming forward to help us and transform this as a satellite channel or that sort of thing, we have all facilities, we have all content, we have all expertise to do it to take it to the next level. But the thing is, we lack support. And whether people who want to do something on that scale in Tamil Nadu, we are there to offer our services free of cost. If someone else is going to do, we are willing to help them.
Next one, please. Ravi Shankar SB wants to know, Bala Gowthaman sir, AIMIM wants Sharjil, Imam and Umar Khalid like Isha Foundation case immediately.
I mean, I can't get it.
I think what he's saying is they want to take up these cases, Sharjil, Imam and Umar Khalid.
I mean, I can't understand the question, sir. Whether
Ravi Shankar, we'll have to do some research. Maybe you can clarify it in a subsequent hangout, and we will give you some information. I think that's what he meant. That's okay. Gowthamanji, I know you're having a sore throat, so I won't trouble you further. Thank you so much, sir, and we'll be seeing you again next week, hopefully. And viewers, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to click on the bell button for notifications. Namaskar.
Namaste.